Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today I want to go over 3 examples, and these 3 examples are going to show you the differences of 3 people with the same investing goal. The main differences between these people are their age and their income. We have 3 people. The first one is 28 years old, 32 years before retirement, and has an income of $3,000 a month. You could say that this first person is me. I'm 28 years old, and this is more or less my income. Second person is 18 years old, has 42 years before retirement, but has only just finished school, so is only earning $1,500 a month. And we have the third person, which is 40 years old, which has 20 years before retirement with an income of $5,000 a month. We have some assumptions. We're going to assume that their salary will grow with inflation at a 2% rate per year. We are going to assume that these 3 people want to stop working at the same age of 60. And we are going to assume that they invest a fixed percentage of their income, which is 20% in this example, which is something I recommend in general. If you only use a fixed percentage of your income, you are going to be safe in a lot of ways, because you have 80% of your income to use for other things, like paying off your mortgage, like doing nice things, paying for your hobby, paying for your wife, your children, etc. So if you invest a fixed percentage of your income, you can use the rest of your income to enjoy your life. So let's look at a compound interest calculator, which you can find on the internet by simply searching for it. There we have it, the compound interest calculator. We're going to use the dollar currency, and we're going to start with a base amount of 0. All these people are going to start with 0 on their investment account. We're not going to use the interest rate because we're not looking at the savings account. We're going to look at the returns of the stock market. And if you look at the stock market for the past decades, you could say that the average annual returns on the stock market were 8% per year. So we can look at 8% per year, which is of course not conservative, but it's realistic, since the stock market has shown to return this percentage for the past decades. Let's look at the calculation period, which is of course different for the 3 people. We're going to compound annually because we're looking at the 8% return per year, and we're going to deposit monthly. What's our calculation period? Now, we're starting with the first person, which was 28 years old, which has 32 years before retirement, and this person is going to deposit 20% of their income, and their income was $3,000, so 20% of 3,000 is $600. We set in the assumptions that deposits will be increased with inflation, and we're going to set the inflation rate at 2%. Let's calculate. This person will start with depositing $7,200 yearly, and at the end, so when this person turns 60, the total amount on the investment account will be $1,200,000, more or less. $318,000 was deposited, and $914,000 was, you could describe it as stock market returns. So this is for the first person. Keep these numbers in mind, and we're going to compare it to the second person, which is 10 years younger, 80 years old. So the calculation period will be, in this case, 42 years. But this person was earning substantially less, was only earning half of what the person at 28 was earning. So the deposit will also be half. We keep the inflation rate the same since we made the same assumption. Total deposits will be $3,600 for the first year, and we can see that after 10 years the deposit is still substantially less than the deposit of the person which started at 28. So if this person which started earlier turns 28, they might still be earning less because, for example, they haven't studied, so they still deposit less than compared to the other person of 28. But we can see that if we look at the end, if we look at when this person turns 60, we can see that this person deposited $233,000, and the investment has grown by $1,208,000. So we can conclude that this person, because the person started 10 years earlier, has compounded 10 years longer, and even though this person was contributing less to the investment account each month, we're seeing that the 10-year benefit is paying off a lot. This person has grown to have an investment account balance of well over 1 million, and more than 200,000 more than the person which started at 28 while contributing more. Let's look at the third person. The third person started investing quite some time later and started investing at 40 years old. So this person has 20 years to go before retirement. This person has a salary or an income of $5,000 a month. So if we take 20% of that, this person is investing $1,000 monthly, which is also going to increase with the inflation rate. This person is contributing $12,000 a year and has contributed $291,000 in 20 years. Total interest is $370,000, and we see that this person, when they are 60 years old, has accumulated $662,000, which is less than half of the person of 18 years old. So the point is this. The most important point of this video is that the earlier you start investing, the less you need to deposit to become financially independent on a certain age. So if you're watching this video and you're not investing just yet, perhaps you're thinking, I'm going to wait till I'm going to earn more at my job. Perhaps you're thinking, I'm still studying, so I want to wait after I finish studying. If you're thinking like this, then please realize that time is the greatest benefit when it comes to investing. So the best thing to do, if you're not investing just yet, is to start today. And make sure to not put all your money at stake in one time, but make sure to invest, for example, a fixed percentage of your income. In that way, you're going to use money that you don't essentially need on the short term, and in that way, you will make sure that you have enough money to help in case of an emergency. If something like your washing machine or your car needs to be fixed, you have some money to do that because you're also having some money on your savings account. So please start investing early. I would advise to do this in dividend paying stocks because we haven't really talked about it in this video, but because you can reinvest dividends. If you receive a dividend of a certain stock of a company, you can use the dividend to buy more stocks. And when you buy more stocks, these stocks will also pay more dividends. And essentially you are building a growing dividend stream. And then if you invest in companies which increase the dividend every year, you will see that this snowball starts rolling faster and faster, and at the end of the day, when you're turning 60, for example, you will not have to use the invested amount to fund your retirement. No, you can just use the dividends, because the dividends are paying for your expenses. So this is my ultimate goal. By starting investing early and buying dividend paying stocks with an ever increasing dividend income stream, I can make sure that when I want to stop working, I am able to, and I don't even have to sell the stocks to use the money. I can just sit back, lean back, and receive the dividends and use these dividends to pay for my expenses. This is kind of my investing strategy, and I wanted to show to you today that it's best to start early. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm looking forward to see you at my next video. Enjoy your day.